I rank where the view is nothing less than phenomenal. For how I express and project from my abdominal. The only view better, both my daddy and my mama know. No living parents, my sons give me balance. My wife is my serenity, this mic is my identity. The world is foul enough, that's why I write without obscenities. Provoking danger with broken language and spoken anguish. Begging to get hurt, why would you ask to go through changes? Yes, Lord, life's a chessboard, master the angles. Control the tempo, be the one who holds the info. Acknowledge is just as deadly as machete swings. When spoken, the truth is as potent as that Medellin. While others swear the style is free, I just let it ring. Our time is undervalued, soldiers make us better kings. My fans on my shoulder, reaching after better things. Today I take the shot, for them I'd rather set the screen.
My mama told me follow my dreams. My daddy told me get it by any means. Stand tall, make him bow to a king. But I've evolved, you can see the resolve. Look in my eyes when you speaking to God.
Life and for those who we caught up in using what I was taught with the muse. I guess they call it proving I'm more than an artist. Penciling out my darkest while stenciling out a harvest. And storing what gets me from A to B, just like garages. Instrumental with collages. Envision what I've been drawing. Broadway to give you rhythm like the great Lena Horne. So bent on, found comfort in the storm. Find peace and on when you see them others perform. Organized chaos, I'll cast it like hey ya.
Yo, party people in the place to be. What's good? It's your number one chief Knicks Universe, main man, Uncle Freezy. Welcome to the premier Knicks in the Morning Time show. Y'all want this party started right? Y'all want this party started? Look at Benny is right here on my hip, everybody. I'm sorry. Benny legit is right here sitting like a guard dog right on my hip, everybody. I'm sorry. I'm trying to open the show, and Benny is right here. Where my dog at? He just stared. He just looked at me. Hold on for everybody for just a second, man. I'm gonna move Benny out of the way for just a second. Hold on. All right, here we are, everybody. So let me say salute to all my people. The son of the legend, Kerry Cox, is in the building. Justo is in the building. Andrew College, what's good? Andrew College is in the building. Salute. Andrew College says, yeah, Rowan Johnson. Yeah, Bartholomew Barrett. Yeah. 24-7-5. Canada beat Australia. Okay, RJ Barrett. Okay, I see you, RJ Barrett. Yeah, man. So salute to the chat. Ivory 10 is in the building. Salute. I guess today is the day to get Ivory 10 fired up. Today might be the day to get Ivory 10 fired up, man, about the center search or lack thereof. So I have a couple of things on my mind, Ben. So first of all, salute to Still Knicks fans. He had an entertaining show yesterday. It was fire. Thank you. What kind of shorts are these? Are these Knicks shorts? Oh, these regular? Y'all can't see. Yeah. Y'all see these? Okay. All right. Well, give me another second. Hold on. All right, here we are. I'm back, everybody. I'm sorry about that. So today is the MLB trade deadline. I'm excited about that, man. Seeing if my Mets are going to get somebody. And I want to talk about some Knicks related stuff. So first, let me ask, are you guys concerned that maybe the Knicks are not in a rush to go get a center? Does that concern you? I'm in the group where it doesn't necessarily concern me, right? It doesn't necessarily concern me, right? Is it an interesting talking point? That's where I'm at with it, right? So we had the Lauri Markkanen conversation yesterday, not because I dream about Lauri Markkanen, but if you're going to talk about something, then if you're going to have the conversation about something, at least have a full conversation about something. And Justo says, not a major concern, but something to keep an eye on. Basically, that's where I am with it. I did a joint the other night, and Dre came in scorching hot, like, yo, that's not basketball. Something Dre said. He said something, man, like, yo, it's basketball. I was like, wow. It kind of caught me off guard. I was like, yo, that man passionate about something. I don't know what it is that he was kind of passionate about in that sense. But let me see. There's something. I want to show something to you. I want to revisit a thing. Was it Knicks minutes? Oh, it didn't save. It didn't save? Oh, man. So it didn't save? That's odd. Thank you. You put sugar in there? No. Okay. Okay. All right. You can just put that right there now. Okay. Look at Benny. Benny legit is on my leg, everybody. So I did a breakdown of the minutes and shots and assists and rebounds and all of that stuff, man. And for some reason it didn't save. I don't know if I want to revisit that right now. Just Knicks is in the building. I don't know if I want to reconstruct it on the screen. I'm not for sure why it didn't save. It generally saves. So let me see if I have a different version of it. It didn't save. Okay, I'm not. So maybe it didn't save. But basically we broke down. Let me see. I'm going to get rid of this. I don't need this one. Or maybe it did save. So maybe it did save. It just looks different. Okay, so I did save it. It just looks different. Yeah, so it did save. All right. Yeah, so it did save. It just looks a little bit different. I apologize for that, everybody. Basically, the point of all that stuff I was saying, it comes down to this. I think the roster is a good roster, and I do think it's a little bit, and I think it's set. I think it's in a good place. Right. So I do think the roster is in a good place. But if the opportunity presents itself for you to add, then add. Bricks Nation is in the building. Otherwise, peace. I don't know if I'm really concerned about a move or the next move. Miguel P is in the building. What I would like to talk to you guys about, though, is what's going on with the Julius Randle thing. Julius Randle is my guy. I ain't gonna lie. Julius Randle is my guy, and I've been hearing weird conversations around my guy, and I don't like it. We've been hearing weird conversations around my guy, like the word around town is that he's not in a rush to sign an extension. The Knicks are not in a rush to sign an extension. And this is unfamiliar territory. This is unfamiliar territory in my mind. Just Nick says, come on, please, I stand with the bro. I was with him first. When Knicks Universe was calling him Dubious Handle, remember that? Remember when they were calling him Dubious Handle? Bro, I stand for Julius Randle. That's my guy. Right? That's my guy. Like, I'm not trying to drive a conversation or nothing. As a matter of fact, I feel unfairly persecuted for defending Randle when nobody else would. And just Nick says, man, people want to trade. See, that's the thing. I've been doing this for so long that, to be honest, I care. I care about what people think in general, but I mostly care about what y'all think. I don't care about the general consensus, to be honest. I don't care about the general consensus. Right? I care about what y'all think. Like, if you ask me what Ron from Still Knicks fans think, I care. Like, I legit, if he call, I'll pick up the phone. Right? Like, if he text, I'll respond. And for those that don't know, I'm a slow responder to, because we all busy in life. In life, we busy. Like, I don't walk around with my phone. I'm not attached to it in that sense. So salute to Ron for doing an excellent interview yesterday with Alan Hahn. I did check it out yesterday. I let it play in the background. I think Ron did a good job. Hahn got a little snippy yesterday, though. He was like, yo, we spent 10 minutes talking about this, man. We shouldn't be spending 10 minutes talking about this. I was like, look at Han. Okay. And I like that. I like that, man. I like stuff like that, man. That stuff like that, I like it. That don't bother me. I'm like, more. Give me more of that. So if you haven't seen that episode yesterday, it aired last night on Still Knicks Fans. Go check that out. Support my man Ron. He's giving dope content. I'm sure that video probably has at least 1,000 views on it. In less than 24 hours. I'm gonna see if I can find it and put a link to it. And I'm gonna put a link to it in the chat for you, for those that have not subscribed to his channel, or for those new viewers. For those new viewers to Lawrence Tears and or Knicks Universe. If you have not subscribed, hey man, hit the subscribe button. All right, so I got on some stuff real quick. Let me see. All right, so I have it here. I'm gonna put the link to it. And Ron didn't ask me. Ron didn't ask me to do it, but I'm doing it. I'm doing it anyway. So that's the link to it in the chat for those that didn't get to see it. So if you hadn't watched it, man, that's our homework assignment. Go watch that video. Ron Still Knicks Fans. Subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, become a member here too. And again, Ron didn't ask me to do that, man. I just did that, man, because I believe in I think it's Ron, John, and Juan. I think all their names rhyme. I think it's like Mike, Ike, and Spike or something like that. I think all three of their names rhyme. It's like Ron, John, and Juan or something. Ron, John, and Don. Like the third member is invisible, like Mr. Snuffleupagus from Sesame Street. and Ron says, oh, thanks, my brother. I think Alan told us Tibbs is the coach and all the other coaches help, but Tibbs called it. Yeah. He doubled down and tripled down on that, man, from what I gathered. I think he doubled down, tripled down, quadrupled down on it. I think that's a thing. But great interview by Ron, by the way. Great interview by Ron. He did a great job. He was up there by himself too. So it was just him one-on-one, man. Yeah, and what I find is in Knicks Universe, like we don't necessarily co-sign or support each other publicly. Like we don't, you know what I'm saying, go out and be like, yo, go check out Lawrence Tears. Uncle Freezy be talking hoops over there. You know, but when it comes to a couple of people I hear in Knicks Universe, or in NBA Universe specifically, like I will definitely co-sign Still Knicks Fans, definitely co-sign We Talk Mavs, definitely co-sign We Talk Hawks, man. Eat Sleep Sixers, it's a bunch of guys. It's a bunch of us. But the Julius Randle thing. I think it's beyond a thing now. And I don't want it to be. It makes me nervous. Right? And in comparison, right, with the OG Anunoby thing, I knew OG Anunoby was coming back. Right? Y'all remember the thing? Oh snap! OG Anunoby is testing free agency. Remember that? And I knew OG was coming back. I knew OG wanted 5 years. I knew the 5th year was the thing that was gonna. I think the Knicks may have offered OG Anunoby like 3+1, and OG is like, no, we doing 5. And the Knicks was like, but what if we offer you a +1 and 3? Right. And so I don't know exactly how it went, but OG stood his ground to get his 5th year, I think. That's what I was thinking the whole time. So even if he had to take it to free agency to let them know that he wasn't playing around. But the thing with Randle concerns me in a sense that we're hearing things that we normally don't hear from Randle or the front office. Now, mind you, I hadn't seen Randle say it. And I hadn't heard the front office say it. But we're going by the people that have sources beyond sources beyond sources. And at some point, we have to have faith in people that are closer to the action than we are. Bricks Nation says OG will crumble living up to his albatross. Maybe we could talk about that one. Maybe we could talk about that in a few. But I want to get to the Randle thing and why I feel like something is out of order. Jay Boogie is in the building. Salute. Jay Boogie says, good morning, blessings, health, happiness to the Knicks family. I just booked 3 rooms at club quarters for June. We balling this season. Salute, salute, salute. Turn it up. Yeah, we're going to do that, bro. Yeah, man. And Jay Boogie talking about next June, everybody. Next June, he tell you, up, book 3 of them. He talking about champagne showers. We talking about ski goggles and champagne showers is what we talking about. We talking about $280 cigars. That's what we talking about. We talking about NBA championship t-shirts, big baggy ones. Mo, if we win a championship, I'm not wearing the shirt all summer. You heard me? If we win a championship, I'm not wearing a shirt all summer. Oh, you think I'll take this shirt off right now? Okay. She told me to relax. Yeah. The Randle thing is intriguing to me, because usually what happens is my guy, Big Dog. I like to call him. I call Randle Beast, right? I call him Beast. That's what I feel like Randle is. I feel like Randle is a monster, right? I feel like Randle is a monster, a man that size, that move like a guard. He like Jason from Halloween. Yeah, and he said, "Hey, I'm gonna be out there looking like J.R. Smith." Yeah, but I'll probably be a little tipsy. I'll probably be a little tipsy. That's for certain. Knicks will be champs is in the building. Says it was revealed to me in a dream that the Knicks will be champs in 2026. Hopefully they'll be repeat champs when that happens. Hopefully they'll be the defending champs in 2026. Jay in the building. Yo, he said he called Randle Rambo Bim. That might be it, bro. Jay, that might be it, bro. When we watch these games, bro, I might, I hope you didn't copyright that, bro, because I might use that. I might have to use that, bro. Right? We might have to use that. And so we had the conversation yesterday. About the arms race. Y'all remember that? Me and Cash and Jokersaurus and Corey Lee. We had a conversation yesterday about the arms race, equipping yourself, right? Equipping yourself for what is Boston. Now, man, listen, man. I know all type of experts feel like they know a certain thing, like they have an inside track, right? They say the Knicks might be the fourth best team in the Eastern Conference, right? Because they see the personnel stuff, but they won't speak to the basketball stuff, right? And does the basketball stuff and personnel stuff go hand in hand? Yes. But the basketball stuff is what makes you win games, not just personnel. Look at Team USA. Team USA might have this might be the best roster Team USA has ever had. Well, this might be the third or fourth best roster Team USA has ever had, and they almost lost to South Sudan with a bunch of dudes you ain't never heard of. Because South Sudan believed in the basketball aspect of stuff. Right? RC Creative in the building. Salute. Check out my man RC Creative. I be checking out his stuff on the low. I like the wrestling stuff. I think the wrestling stuff is dope. Walter White in the building. Salute to all the members of the channel. Salute to all the members of the channel. So what I'm trying to do for the members, it's been an ongoing thing, and I was trying to hand off the responsibility to someone else, and I think I may have to take it over myself. Running the channel is difficult. Running the channel is difficult. You need more than one person to do it, like social media, member stuff, content, giveaways, all these type of things you have to manage, man. So I dropped the ball on a lot of stuff because, it's like hard. But for the members, what I want to do is do 2 shows a week for the members. One where it's just a private members only show, right? And we're going to continue to do that on Friday mornings. And then I'm thinking about maybe a early Saturday morning show, like a show like this where only the members get to comment. Mike is in the building. Salute. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Definitely need help, man, doing it, man. It takes a village to run a good social media channel in space. It takes a village. Like, I hadn't even been able to do the newsletter. Like, I like the newsletter aspect of it. I like the audio podcast aspect of it. I like the video live stream stuff like this. Like, we don't even do videos. It takes a lot, man. It takes a lot. It takes a lot, man. But salute to everybody watching this live, and salute to everybody watching this on replay. Thank you. So I'm going to try to get back on track and stay there, right? I'm going to try to get back on the topic and stay there. Because believe it or not, we've been rocking for like 30 minutes, and I hadn't even got into the bag yet. Hadn't even gotten into the bag yet. So I'm going to table just for a second. I know I promised one thing, but I'm going to get into I'm going to put something on the screen, and I want to share this with y'all. Eastern Conference hierarchy. Right? I'm going to talk about I'm going to shift gears for a second. I'm going to get back to Randle, but I have a thought, and I want to get this off my mind. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put this on the screen and share it with y'all. And listen, I'm gonna listen to what y'all have to say about some of the stuff, but I want to give you my opinion first. All right. So the top 6 seeds, I'm gonna put them in green. Seeds 6 through. Oh, I skipped 10. Okay. Okay, there we go. 7 and 8, I'm gonna put in a bright yellow. 9 and 10, I'm gonna put in a different shade of yellow. And 11 through 15, nobody cares about them. They'll be trash. Right? I'm going to put team. I'm going to do estimate wins. I'm going to put trap right here. Y'all check me out. So I have the word trap right here, but follow me. Follow when I put trap right here. You know what? Let me just put I don't want to put weakness because I don't feel like the real teams are going to have a weakness, but I'm going to put a trap right here, and then I'm going to put their weakness, right? And then I'm going to put their pot of gold right here. That means if everything goes right, they'll be such and such and such. Right? And for so I'm going to use ESPN.com as a reference. So I'm looking at the Eastern Conference right now, right? I'm looking at the Eastern Conference right now, and my prediction for the worst team in the Eastern Conference is the Washington Wizards. I'm going to lighten up that red a little bit. So my prediction for the worst team in the Eastern Conference is the Washington Wizards, right? My second worst team in the Eastern Conference, in my opinion, is Brooklyn. I think the Brooklyn Nets are going to be 14. I think that the next worst team is probably going to be Atlanta. No, I don't want to say Atlanta just yet. I'll put Atlanta in that play-in range. We'll say Toronto. Toronto Raptors will be here. And I think this team is going to be a surprise team. But I'm going to put Detroit here at 12. I think Detroit will probably shock some teams, but they won't be that good. And then we'll put Charlotte just outside of the play-in. We'll put Chicago Bulls. Here we'll put Atlanta Hawks at 9. All right. So Nick says, if a basketball genie told you the Knicks are guaranteed to win one title in the next 10 years, if they traded Brunson and Randle today, would you make that move? Oh, that's a great question. I'll answer that after I finish with this. I'll answer that after I finish with this. I'm doing this for a reason, though. I'm doing this for a reason, right? So team number 8 is going to be interesting to me. I think team number 8 is going to be the Miami Heat. I think team number 7, and this is getting tough, everybody. Team number 7, I think it's going to be Cleveland. Yes, I think Cleveland is going to take a step back. Yeah. Team number 6, when everybody returns healthy, is going to be the Indiana Pacers. Team number 5 will be Milwaukee. Team number 4 will be Orlando. I'm sorry. Team number 4 is Philadelphia. I'm sorry. Team number 3 will be Orlando. All right. Team number 3. Y'all let me know. So who do you think will be team number 3? Walter White, who do you think team number 3 will be? Sherwin is in the building. Salute to the businessman, Sherwin. So who do you think team number 2 is, everybody? Somebody tell me who you think team number 2 is going to be. This is going to drive the conversation right here. Team number 2 in my mind is Boston. And your number 1 team in the Eastern Conference, based on Uncle Freezy's basketball analysis and deep thoughts, are the New York Knicks. Right? I'm going to do the estimated wins while y'all think about that really quick. That's my estimated win total, everybody. Ivory's in the building. Ivory says Boston has the swagger now that they've got over the hurdle, but do they still have the hunger? Ivory 10 is my twin brother. This is what it sounds like. Ivory 10 and I are like-minded. When has an NBA champion repeated? When's the last time an NBA champion repeated? Somebody tell me. Bronx Mel is in the building. I don't know if this column is right. I don't know if the win total is right. This is an estimate for me right here. Chef NYK says the Warriors are the last team to repeat, right? The Warriors are the last team to repeat. So here's the thing. Here's the thing, right? I'm gonna now. So I have the wins listed. I have the ranking here, the wins, estimated wins here. And I have a narrative to go along with this. And I hope you guys follow along with me and contribute to the conversation. So I'm going to start with the traps, right? So here's the trap, right? I'm going to start with Miami and work my way up to the Knicks. What will prevent Miami from being a championship contender. What is the thing that they will depend on the most that will be their downfall? What is their trap? Right? What will be the trap for Miami? What will prevent Miami from winning 50 games? And this is what I think their trap is. Depending too much on Jimmy Butler and Eric Spoelstra. I think that's their trap. I think that's the Miami Heat trap. I think Miami will go to the well too many times, too much, right? I think they'll go to the well too often. I think the dependence on Jimmy Butler and on Eric Spoelstra will eventually be the downfall of the Miami Heat. I think that's their trap, right? What is the trap for the Cleveland Cavaliers? I think their trap is empowering Spider and ignoring the core that was in place. I think that's their trap. I think that's their trap. Right? I think what Cleveland should have did is built around the guys that they have. All right. What's the trap for Indiana? Indiana's trap is thinking they are a serious ECF finalist. I think that's their trap. I think Indiana believes that they are. I think Indiana believes that they are the second best team in the Eastern Conference. That's their trap. They don't have to do anything because they made the ECF last year. The same thing happened to Atlanta. Remember, Atlanta made the ECF, and Atlanta was like, "Yo, we here now, man. We good." What is the trap for Milwaukee? Not adding talent that thrives without Giannis. Now, am I saying trade Giannis? No. What I'm saying is I think what Milwaukee thinks is, man, we got Giannis. All we have to do is just go out and get a guy to go with Giannis. Nah, bro. The NBA is caught up to Milwaukee. The NBA has caught up to Milwaukee. Right? The NBA is caught up to Milwaukee. You're just not going to let a 7-foot athletic freak just beat you and think you can depend on it. Right? What's the trap in Philadelphia? The trap in Philadelphia is thinking adding talent gets you over the hump. And I'm going to speak to this more. I'm going to speak to this more in a little bit. What's the trap in Orlando? The trap in Orlando is being too cute on offense. Right? Orlando legit could have signed point guards and they didn't. There are like a bunch of good point guards, solid point guards out there, and they didn't add what they should have. What's the trap for Boston? Easy. Championship hangover. When you're the champ, you get everybody's best shot. When you're the champ, you get everybody's. Every night for Boston this season is going to be a game 7. And I appreciate y'all, being patient with me as I go through this. But before I get to the Knicks, I'm going to go down the other way, and then I'm going to come back to the Knicks. So y'all bear with me and add what y'all think in the chat. What's the trap in Atlanta? Thinking Trey is a franchise player. That's their trap. The thing in Chicago, no direction. In Atlanta, the trap in Charlotte, I'm sorry, is they're rebuilding from scratch. And when I say from scratch, Charlotte has a new owner, a new front office, a new coaching staff. They're rebuilding from scratch. The trap in Detroit is selling out to win meaningless games, and they can't help it. They're in the trap in Detroit has lost so bad for so long that they have to do that, right? They have to win meaningless games. They have to change their culture, right? Toronto believing in an outdated model. Brooklyn, their trap is thinking they can trade for a star at any time. And Washington, their trap is believing they can hit on all of their lottery picks. Right. So I have that there now, right? And Sherwin, I'm with you. Charlotte is better than we think. I just don't know if they're equipped right now. I don't know if they're equipped right now, right? Like I don't know. Like I love their center situation. I think they have a top 10 center situation in the league. I think they have a top 15 wing situation in the league. I think they have one of the great point guards in the league. But are they ready to win? That's the reason why I have Charlotte in that place. Right. Now listen, y'all saw all the trap stuff, right? Y'all saw the trap. I put the trap up there for every team, but I left the New York trap empty. Right? And since I'm speaking to a New York crowd, I want y'all to tell me what you think is the thing that may trip up the Knicks. Sherwin, you don't like their fives? You don't like their five, Sherwin? You don't like Mark Williams and Nick Richards? Ivory 10 says health. Bro, health can't be a trap. Health can't be a trap, bro. Like a trap is like a mindset thing. Like health and injuries are gonna happen to anybody. Those things you can't prevent. Everyday Knicks is in the building. Everything Knicks is in the building. Salute. I think health and injuries are things that can happen to anybody. Pete is in the building. Salute, Pete. Pete says the Villanova thing becoming more of a yo, this might be the comment of the year. Yo, this I'm gonna save this, bro. Might have to be a talking point. The Villanova thing becoming more of a crutch, maybe a talking point. We might have to dedicate a show to that, Pete. Yo, somebody put a clap emoji in the thing for Pete, bro. Somebody put a clap Pete. I don't know where that came from, bro, but as soon as I read it, I was like, holy crap. As soon as I read it, I was like, oh, snap. Yo, somebody gotta, man, Pete put that out there, bro. Somebody gotta show Pete some love on this one, bro. Hey, Pete, tip of the cap, bro. Tip of the cap to Pete for that one. Yo, tip of the cap. Mets is in the building. Salute. Bronx Mellon's in the building. If this season goes left, they might go after Jay Wright. Yo, hey, so Pete, I put a star by your comment so I can remember to do something with it. So I had a I had a thought that I was gonna put here. And I'm gonna add this here because this is I'm gonna add it and then I'll explain it. Thinking the roster is better than Boston. Right. So I put that there. I think you guys can see it. I think the trap for this team is thinking that the current roster is better than Boston. And why I think that is a trap. Now, the roster may indeed be better than Boston's. It may be. The roster may be better than Boston. I'm confident in the roster. But the trap is thinking that you're better than Boston without proof. Everything Knicks has stopped with the Boston swinging. They are overrated. Bro, everything Knicks, how are they overrated when they're the champs? How you overrated when you're the champ? If the Knicks were the champs right now, wouldn't you want to be acknowledged as the champ? If the New York Knicks were the NBA champs right now, if the Knicks had won a championship in June, you would want to be acknowledged as the champ. And for that reason, for this comment that you see on the screen, stop the Boston swinging, they are overrated. That's the exact reason why I put this comment right here where it is. That's the reason why I put that comment right there where it is, thinking the roster is better than Boston. That's exactly the reason why I put it there. Because I feel like the roster is good. Right? The roster is a roster that can compete with Boston. Right? I think we can compete with Boston, but thinking that we're better than Boston right now is a trap. Right? And here's the reason why. We have not seen this team on the floor with OG Anunoby, Mikal Bridges, Julius Randle, Jalen Brunson, and others. This team hasn't proven a thing yet. Not yet. Do I feel like this team can be the NBA champs this time next summer? Yeah, I think so. I think so. I think so. Everything Knicks, thank you for the generous contribution. Everything Nick says, I stepped in the trap. Good mornings. Yo, everything Nick says, I stepped in the trap. Good mornings. Hey, salute. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate that. That's the exact reason why I put the trap for the Knicks is thinking that we're better than Boston instead of proving that we're better than Boston. That's why I say that's the trap. That was the number one thing I want to put out there. Like proving we're better than Boston. Yeah, I remember that saying, show and tell. Well, we want to show and prove. Like we don't want to show and tell. We want to show and prove. That's why I think that is the trap for the Knicks. Now, are the Knicks up to the task? Of course they are. Of course they are. Of course they are. Of course they are. Right? With that said, let's move on to weaknesses, right? Let's move on to weaknesses because once we do weaknesses and pot of gold, I think you'll understand why I'm confident that when it comes time to prove it, that the Knicks will prove that they are the best team in the Eastern Conference. Once we do the pot of gold part and the weaknesses part, I think we'll all see why I wanted to do this exercise with everybody. So I'm going to start at the bottom, right? The weaknesses for the Washington Wizards is lack of playoff talent. Brooklyn is rebuilding. The Raptors, their weakness is no direction. The Pistons just restarted. They have a new head coach and front office. Charlotte, same, new. Chicago, no direction. That's their weakness. No direction. Atlanta, no direction. Atlanta doesn't know what they want to do. Miami's weakness is I think they're holding on too long to a formula. Cleveland, too much tinkering. Indiana is delusional. Milwaukee, too old, too soon. Philly believes an outdated model. And we can discuss all of these if y'all want. Orlando, their weakness is backcourt playmaking. Boston's weakness is offense outside of 3-point shooting. I think Boston's weakness is their offense outside of 3-point shooting. And the Knicks' weakness is injury concerns. Y'all feel like I'm accurate? Am I accurate by stating that the Knicks' weakness is injury concerns? Is that legitimate? Do you feel like the Knicks' weakness this year could be injuries or injury concerns? Am I overstating something there? Sharon said Brooklyn has one direction. That's Cooper Flag, right? Yeah. I think that the weakness the Knicks may have this season is injury concerns. Right? I think that's right. Anybody agree with me? Anybody disagree with me on that? If you disagree with me on that, just let me know. All right. So the pot of gold, if everything goes right, and I'm only going to do this for the playoff teams. I'm only going to do this for the top 8 seeds. I'm not going to do this for everybody, right? So I'm going to start with Miami. If everything goes right, the pot of gold, right? For them, if Kelly Ware turns into a star, right? That's their pot of gold. Miami. That's their pot of gold. Right? I think Miami could be a serious contender in the East if Khalil Ware turns into a pot of gold. That's what I think. That's what I think. Right? For Cleveland, their pot of gold is Atkinson turns Garland into a star. If Kenny Atkinson can get Darius Garland back to stardom, I think Cleveland is going to be a monster if that happens. For Indiana, their pot of gold is if Ben Mathurin returns and becomes the star they think he is. If Ben Mathurin returns and becomes the star they think he is, I think Indiana is going to be tough to beat. I think Indiana is going to be tough to beat if Ben Mathurin turns into that dude. For Milwaukee, their pot of gold is Giannis has one more MVP season in him. The Sixers pot of gold is Tyrese Maxey turns out to be their best player. If Tyrese Maxey is better than Paul George and Joel Embiid, and you get normal Paul George and normal Joel Embiid, that's the best case scenario for them. Well, no, I won't put best case scenario. I'll put pot of gold. Pot of gold sounds better. For Orlando, their pot of gold is Franz Wagner becomes a better shooter. If Franz Wagner becomes a better shooter, Orlando can't be stopped. I'm not even going to lie to you. If Franz Wagner becomes a better shooter for Orlando and everything else stays the same, Orlando legit might not be able to be stopped. The pot of gold for the Boston Celtics is their bench takes a huge step forward. That's the best case scenario for Boston. Right? So what's the pot of gold for the Knicks, everybody? What's the best case scenario for the Knicks, though? Sherwin, what's the pot of gold for the Knicks? I see y'all. I see y'all comments. Health. OG Anunoby takes a step offensively. That's a great point also. Okay. SF Wisdom, I see you. What's the best the best case, the pot of gold for the Knicks? Bodega, salute. Bodega Wi-Fi's in the building. Salute. Walter White, Randle, All-Star, All-NBA. Y'all cooking, bro. I'm trying to decide which comment I'm gonna add, man. Y'all cooking on this one. I think y'all may have been wanting to talk about this already. Jay Boogie says, just remain healthy. I think y'all cooking on this one, man. Y'all continue, add your comments in here, man. Knicks 3 All-Stars. Yeah, man, y'all put y'all cooking now, bro. Y'all cooking now. Yeah, man, y'all cooking now. Okay, I see y'all. Mitch loses weight. Wow. Okay, I see you. Jet Life for Life in the building. Salute. Yeah, y'all cooking now. Health and championship. Okay. Yeah, I see y'all cooking now. Randle, an all-star, all NBA. That is not saying much. It is what he is, right? Right. Wow, McCall. Hey, yo, you read my mind, dog. McCall becomes the best player on the Knicks, right? You read my mind. I was thinking something along those lines, right? I was thinking something along those lines. Yeah, y'all cooking now. Pete says Brunson falls into a distributor and off-ball high percentage three-point shooter. Oh, wow. Pete cooking this morning, man. I'm going to star that one too. Pete cooking this morning. Everything Knicks was cooking this morning. I'm going to star that one too. Anthony D is in the building. Salute. Mike says still come down to health. Any way you slice it. Okay. So health is the best case scenario for y'all? Sherman says, let's keep it real. The Knicks must trade a Villanova player. We have too many guards and need a big. Dante Hart must be traded to get what we need. Ooh, oh no. Yeah, Walter White said if he better than Brunson, he the MVP of the league. Well, yeah. 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 I can see that. I don't know if I'm going to save that one I want to save that one for another day. I want to save that one for another day. So. Anthony D says, Sherwin fails, and I guess she wants to trade Brunson, right? No, we ain't arguing, bro. It was, my man was just throwing something out there. Anthony D came right in the door, like going for Knicks. Yeah. So the pot of gold scenario. The pot of gold scenario. If this one thing happens with the Knicks will win a championship. The trap is not recreating the bubble Clippers and building a team just good enough to beat a rival, not seeing improvement on other teams. Okay. 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 I don't know if we want to say health is the best case scenario here. Right? I don't know if we want to say that. I think I'm going to add something here, and not just because I'm controlling it. It's just I want to add something here, something that we don't talk about. And I think the pot of gold, the best case scenario, is the emergence of a third consistent star player for the Knicks. I think that's the pot of gold scenario, right? Y'all tell me if y'all agree. I hadn't seen it in the comments. I'm going to put it there to y'all tell me what y'all think. I think if the Knicks if Mikal Bridges, OG Anunoby, Mitchell Robinson, Josh Hart, Dante, Deuce, somebody out of that group emerges as the third and consistent star player, I think the Knicks will win the championship for the next few foreseeable seasons. If Brunson is Brunson, if Randle is Randle when healthy, and if the Knicks get a third consistent star, somebody we can depend on every night, kind of like how the Celtics depend on Porzingis or Derek White. Kind of how the Bucks depended on Chris Middleton. Kind of how the prime Golden State Warriors depended on Klay Thompson. Kind of how the San Antonio Spurs depended on Manu Ginobili. Kind of how the prime Miami Heat depended on Chris Bosh. If the Knicks find a third consistent star player every night Just one guy. And I'm not talking about I'm not talking about shuffling the role, right? Everybody listen, what I'm saying to you, not a different guy every night, somebody step up and no. I'm talking about a third guy that we can call his name pregame, and he'll be that third consistent guy. I think the Knicks are the NBA champs for the foreseeable future. Right? You have your backcourt scorer. You have your front court scorer. If we can find a guy somewhere in the middle of that to be a consistent scorer, playmaker, borderline all-star for the next 3 or 4 years, I think the Knicks are the NBA champs for the next 3 or 4 years. And while I don't think it's a stretch to ask for that now, it's a stretch finding that for sure. It's a stretch finding that for sure. Right? But say Mikal Bridges turns into our prime Andrew Wiggins. Is that a stretch? Is that a stretch asking Mikal Bridges to be prime Golden State Andrew Wiggins? Absolutely not. I think he's better right now. Is that a stretch? I absolutely don't think so. And listen, I didn't ignore, trust me, I didn't ignore y'all comments, right? I thought a couple of them were in the weaknesses column when we mentioned injuries. So I left the injury conversation in the injury column. And so thank y'all for commenting and everything. But I think our pot of gold scenario for the Knicks to be championship, the NBA champs for the next 3 to 4 seasons is one of Dante, Josh, Bridges, or OG. One of those 4 players. I said one of those 4. I'm sorry. One of those 4 players becomes a Chris Middleton impact type guy. Whether it's Dante, Bridges, Josh Hart, OG Anunoby, maybe it's Mitch. Maybe it's Mitch. We don't know. But if we can get a 4th player, a third star level player consistently, one person. Now, I'm not saying that the others can't be great players, right? Of course we want them to be great players, right? Of course we want them to be great players. Of course we want OG to be OG. Of course we want Dante to be Dante. But if one of those players rise to the top, you're absolutely looking at a championship run for the next 4 seasons. Easy. And so I'm looking at the scenario provided for us. I think that so the trap for the Knicks is thinking the roster is better than Boston and settling into that, right? We might think it, but we still have to prove it on the court. On the court, we have to prove we're better than Boston. Boston's the champ. We got to prove it. We feel like our weakness is injury concerns right now. We feel like our weakness is injury concerns. Right? We feel like our weakness is injury concerns. Right? But here's the thing. Our pot of gold, our wishful thinking is this. Our pot of gold, our wishful thinking is, in my mind, is a third star or a player becomes the third consistent star player every night. Every night. Will it be Josh Hart? We don't know. Will it be Dante? We don't know. Does it have to be a starter? We don't know. Manu Ginobili came off the bench. Right? Manu Ginobili came off the bench. Does it have to be a starter? I don't know if that's the case. King Ribby is in the building. King Ribby says you're gonna be on tonight. We playing it by ear, bro. Okay. All Ball Fabian Prospect TV says this channel is, yeah, man, it's because of y'all, man. It's not me. It's not me. All I'm doing is taking the comments and putting them on the screen, and we talking about it. All I'm doing is asking the chat questions. They're responding, and we're rocking this thing together. J. Call says, respect keeping the content. Yep. No doubt. If the Knicks get one of the four players that I mentioned, now it may be another player. Who knows? It may be Deuce. You never know. It may be Mitch. You never know. But out of those six names mentioned, out of Bridges, OG, Devo, Josh Hart, Deuce, Mitchell Robinson, if one of those six steps up to be the third consistent star, I think the Knicks are the NBA champs for the foreseeable future. If Randle is Randle and Brunson is Brunson, and they have proven to, Randle is 24, 10, and 5, fresh out the bed. Hotline Bling is in the building. Julius Randle on a rainy day is 24, 10, and 5. Julius Randle, wake up out of bed. That's him. That's him. That's him. Jalen Brunson is an MVP candidate. Julius Randle in his prime is a unrealistic MVP candidate, but an MVP candidate nonetheless. When Randle is healthy, he's an unrealistic MVP candidate. And what I mean by unrealistic, I mean Julius Randle can be somewhere between 7 and 10 in the MVP rankings, somewhere between 7 and 10. Jalen Brunson can be somewhere between 6 and 4 on the MVP candidate list when they're rocking, right? And so I'm not asking for Randle to become a top 3 MVP candidate, right? I'm not asking that. If it happens, it happens. I'm not asking Jalen Brunson to be a top 3 MVP candidate. If it happens, it happens. What I'm saying to you is if the Knicks get a third consistent star, right? And that star doesn't have to be 22, 6 and 6. That third player could be 18, 5 and 5 with lockdown defense. What if OG Anunoby turns into 18, 5 and 5 with elite all NBA defense? Andios is in the building. Make sure you follow my guy Andios on IG. Very, very entertaining, y'all. Very, very entertaining, man. Check out my man Andios on IG. That's my guy. Salute to Andios. Somebody told me to on a separate thing. I'm gonna digress a little bit and then I'm gonna jump back to it. But somebody told me, like, yo, Uncle Freezy, you gotta stop shouting out people and showing them love all the time. That put people on the spot. They feel uncomfortable. Other people don't do that. Like other shows would just be like, yo, shout out, and that'll be about it. Yo, if y'all feel like that's it, y'all don't want me to, like, you know what I'm saying, shout y'all out, shout out for real. Just let me know, and then I'll try to calm down on that, back off that. But I'd be excited to see, like, people in the chat that's making moves. Like, when y'all making moves, man, I want to shout y'all out and give y'all praise. But if that feel like if y'all feel like I'm thirsty or something, I'm not really, thirsty on that or whatever. I just feel like when y'all doing something dope, I should shout y'all out. But back to our conversation, though. Back to our conversation. I'm asking y'all, who you think the third guy will be? Everything Knicks, thank you for the generous contribution. Everything Nick says, we might have 4 all NBA players. Thanks, Leon Rose. Thank you, Leon Rose. Thank you, Leon Rose. Ribby says, I'm about to text you. Hit the like, subscribe, and share. Okay, Bim. All right. Yeah, man, I gotta continue to do this. I gotta run this at the bottom of the screen. I don't know why I don't remember to do it. It's just like when I get here and start talking to y'all, like I forget about some stuff, man. We probably need to get a producer or something in here. Pete says, I think Mikal Bridges is going to be the third because he's already proven he could be 20-point per game scorer. Yeah. Yeah. All right. So I just put that out there, man. Just a little. And Benny is in here. Benny is in here whining. He must have a girlfriend or something. Benny, you love sick, bro? All ball Fabian Prospect TV says Freeze is the pot of gold. Gotta get you on an on Knicks rehab. Sure. Hey, let me know. All you gotta do is hey man, just hit me up, man. That's just hit me up. And thank you for the generous contribution also, man. Yeah. 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 Yeah, man. Jay Boogie says, we the only team in the league with 3 dynamic duos. Brunson, Randle, Bridges, OG, Dante, Josh. It's a problem this year. I'm with Jay Boogie on that. Dynamic duos, bro. We got 3 of them. Jay Boogie said him. Yo, Jay Boogie out here with the bars. Jay Boogie is out here with the bars. Jay Boogie is a professional ball spitter. Jay Boogie out here with the bars. Salute to my guy, Jay Boogie. Salute to my guy, Jay Boogie. Somewhere saving the world, probably. Staying busy. Let me see here. I got something here I'm working on the screen, everybody. Y'all be patient with me for just a split second, man. I'm just working on something for us. I'm not leaving the conversation yet, man. I just want to put something out here. Just trying to put something out here real quick, man. All right. Let me see here. Just bear with me, y'all. I'm just working on a little something. Just gonna add something just really quick. Let me see if I have Mikal. I'm just going to see if I have Mikal Bridges up here. Let me see. I guess I don't. Let me see him add. Yeah, bear with me for just a second, and I'm going to get right back to the conversation. Let me see. James said, "Thing you know, number one." Appreciate that, Jay Boogie. Appreciate that, bro. I believe if things go as optimistically as possible, we won't have any MVP a la Tatum in Boston last year. Yeah. No, I'm with you. I'm with y'all on it. I'm with y'all on that part, right? I'm with y'all on that part. What I'm talking about is having a balanced squad ready to rock every night. A balanced squad ready to rock every night. Benny, you got to relax, bro. Where's my Dante thing? I had a Dante thing up here, but I can't find it. All right, so let me do this. I think I'm almost finished, everybody. I think I'm almost finished with it. The dog, Benny, you got to relax, bro. All right, so I'm almost finished with it, everybody. I'm gonna do this, and then I'm gonna put the link in the chat so that we can chop it up. But I want to finish this first, and then I'm gonna put it out there. All right, there we go, everybody. Long Island Sound 1 is in the building. Benny said the butcher coming. Yeah, nah, he ain't here. He ain't here whining about something, bro. He done been outside like a million times, man. His girl must be out there. Something. Yeah, Benny out there whining like his girl outside. So let me do this. I'm gonna do this, and then I'm gonna put the link in the chat. And then that way we can continue this conversation. I'm sorry about this, y'all. Benny. Benny, you got to relax. All right. Oh, I knew that was going to happen. Every time I get in a rush, something kind of put me behind, man. So I apologize, everybody. Every time I try to rush through some stuff, I kind of go through stuff too fast, and it kind of set me back a little bit. So I apologize for that. I'm going to do that. Do that. Do that. Do that. Do that. Do that. Click save. Do that. And then throw the link in the chat so that we can do this. Bim. So there's the link. Bim. There's the link, everybody. All right. Yeah, man. Oh, yeah, I got it, man. My Twitter thing is weird, man. How much Twitter is showing. So I have a thing going on with Twitter. I don't know what, but I have it. But I'm not able to, for some reason, it keeps showing me something went wrong. Try reloading, and I did everything with my browser, all of that stuff, and for some reason, I'm having a tech difficulty with Twitter. I was doing it before, and all of a sudden, all of a sudden, man, I can't even access Twitter from my computer. It's weird. I have to access Twitter from my phone, which is weird. So Benny just came over and just sat right here with me. So here's the thing. All right. So Walter White says, I want to see how Steven Adams looks. Okay. I don't mind it. I don't mind the Steven Adams thing at all. Right? Especially if he can add something. I don't know if he's a starter anymore. Rivera is in the building. Salute Rivera. Rivera in the building. Salute, my guy. Salute to Rivera. Rivera in the building. What, Benny? You want some love? That's all you want? So Benny came through. I think Benny just wanted some love, man. Benny, you want to come up here and rock the mic? Come on. Come on. Come on. Well, hey, Walter White says a 1 year rebounding, great rebounder, great screener. Yeah. So so here's the thing, everybody. Or here's my thing, right? Here's my thing. I think the Knicks are in such a great place. I don't want to be complacent with where we are, though. Right? Am I saying disrupt the apple cart to go add Brandon Ingram type guys? No. That's not what I'm saying. What I am saying is if we can add someone, Adam, if we can add someone, then Adam. But don't go over the top with it. I understand the 1 year rental thing. But what I want to do, though, I'm gonna show this. I'm gonna get back to this because I want everybody to understand where we are, where I feel like we are. Right. The Knicks' major concern or the major weakness is injury concern. I think the trap is thinking we're better than Boston without proving we're better than Boston. Like, I'm not saying that I don't have faith in the team. What I'm saying is I think we just have to prove it. And I think the thing that gets us over the top, is the emergence of a third star. Hey, Benny. The emergence of Hey, y'all, listen, man. Benny not letting me finish. I'm going to get out of here. Thank y'all for rocking. I'm going to try to rock later on. Today, I'm probably try to grab King Ribby to come in here and rock with me. I'm going to get out of here and see what's going on with my guy. But I'm going to holler at y'all later. Thank y'all for all the super dope comments. Thank y'all for, y'all were on fire today. And I appreciate that, man. I'm going to get out of here. Thank y'all for rocking. Peace, everybody.